He thought he could get away with anything. He yanked the famous bearskin hat off the guard, plopped it onto his own head, and, smirking, slapped him on the shoulder. He laughed, convinced it was just a joke. He would remember this day for the rest of his life. London, a foggy morning, just another routine shift for the Queen's Guard. They stood like statues, unflinching, as a constant stream of tourists swarmed around them, camera flashes going off, voices calling out the usual, "Oh wow, do they even blink?" But today was going to be different, because of him. A tourist, looking like a walking beer keg, stumbled out of the crowd, leaving behind a thick, revolting trail of booze and sweat. He reeked so badly it was like he'd bathed in cheap whiskey. With every clumsy step, his shirt untucked further from his shorts, and his beady, arrogant eyes darted around, looking for trouble. "Hey!" he slurred, nearly tripping over his own feet. "Is this a real guard? Ha 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 ha! Come on, man, lighten up. Give us a smile." He got so close the guard could practically taste the alcohol in the air. But, of course, he remained unmoved. Unlike the surrounding tourists, who instinctively took a step back, trying to escape the stench of last night's hangover emanating from this guy. The drunkard wobbled around the guard, squinting at him. "You're just a mannequin, a dude in a costume," he cackled, slapping his belly. "What happens if I touch you? You gonna come to life? Let's find out." The crowd gasped. Everyone knew the unspoken rule. You don't touch the guards. But this guy clearly thought he was above the rules. The next moment, he reached out, grinning, and yanked the famous bearskin hat right off the guard's head. "Ooh!" he bellowed, cracking up. "I'm the king now!" The crowd erupted in outraged shouts. Phones were up, capturing everything. The guard remained motionless, his face unreadable, but his clenched jaw betrayed a level of restraint few could fathom. The drunk, emboldened by his victory, wasn't done. He shoved the hat onto his own head, tilting it back ridiculously. "What's wrong, buddy? Feeling naked without your goofy little hat?" he sneered. "You should be thankful I didn't grab your rifle. Wait a sec." And before anyone could react, he had the audacity to slap the guard on the shoulder, like he was some old buddy at a bar. The crowd froze. It was as if time itself had slowed down. The tension in the air was suffocating. And then, it snapped. The guard took a step forward. One step. That meant everything. Breaking protocol. But more than that, it was pure, unfiltered authority slicing through the air like a blade. "Back!" His voice cracked like a thunderclap, shaking the drunk to his core. The tourist blinked, dumbfounded. The mannequin had just spoken. "What?" "Back! Immediately!" The guard took another step, closing the gap. Towering, immovable, his glare sent shivers down the drunk's spine for the first time that day. The crowd was deathly silent. But the drunk still hadn't grasped the weight of his situation. "Whoa! Chill out, buddy!" he scoffed, waving a dismissive hand. "I was just... out!" The guard barked again, his voice ringing through the square. The drunkard stumbled backward, but before he could fully retreat, two more guards, previously motionless, stepped forward, blocking his path completely. "Oh, crap," the tourist muttered, finally realizing he was in serious trouble. But it was too late. A police officer, alerted by the crowd, had already arrived. No hesitation, he grabbed the man's arm and started leading him away. Hey, easy, man," the drunk stammered. "Come on, I was just messing around." Assaulting an on-duty guard, insulting a national symbol, disorderly conduct. The officer droned, completely unimpressed. "You will be charged." "What?" the tourist roared, looking around for support. But the crowd was no longer laughing. Now, everyone was filming, and admiration for the guards was painted all over their faces. A little boy, clutching his father's hand, spoke up excitedly. "Dad, he's like a real-life hero." The guard, now with his hat back in place, resumed his stance, unmoved, unbothered, as if nothing had ever happened. But the internet was already exploding with headlines. Tourist tries to humiliate guard, ends up the laughingstock instead. And no one was laughing anymore.